How are you doing today? Welcome back to Llama Mama Kayla's Yarn Tube. I'm Kayla, and I'm so glad that you dropped in today to see what I was up to and to visit with me just a little bit. I hope you're all having a great day. I have been struggling with a headache all day and just hadn't felt like much today, okay? Hadn't felt very good today. Struggling with a headache, but I'm still crocheting. I'm not going to let it get the best of me. Still doing my thing. And so I wanted to jump on here and do a little video with you guys, let you know what I'm working on today, and to find out what you are working on today for Crochet WIP Wednesday. So I have I have pre-op on Monday, where I go to the hospital and, go through all the blood work test and sign all the papers and stuff for a colonoscopy on Thursday. So anytime I go into surgery, even though it's just a colonoscopy, you still have to go into the 1-day surgery area and wait and get that done and all that kind of stuff. So anytime I go to the hospital and have surgery, I always make myself a pair of socks to wear. They issue out some slipper socks, but they are very tiny. Very tiny. And if the, calves of your legs are not very small, then those slipper socks can be tight. And they're just cheap slipper socks, that they issue out. So I always make my own every time. And so it's kind of a given that I'm going to have crochet slipper socks when I go to 1-day surgery. But anyway, so I was thinking about that, and I thought, I gotta make myself some socks for surgery. So that's what I am doing today. I am working on some slipper socks. And so I couldn't decide what kind. Like, I started to make some Americana kind colors. And so I did, look at my yarn for that. And then I was like, no, I want something fun, because what I'm going to do is not going to be fun. It is not fun. So I was like, what can I do to make some fun socks? And so I was looking at my cake section of yarn. And so I pulled out a Premier Sweet Rolls cake. You can see it here on my Wool Jeanie. Let me see if I can lift that up and show you what I got going on. So you could guess the fruit cake that I'm using. If you know, you can guess below. So anyway, I pulled that out and I thought that'd be a fun sock. It'd be fun. Let me just see how that works up as a sock. So that's what I'm doing. I'm using my 6mm J hook and just making me some squishy slipper socks. I do have a tutorial on my channel here. I will link that in the description box below. I probably have more than one, because I've made these socks so many times. I always make myself new slipper socks for any occasion. For any occasion. I have so many for all holidays. Just any occasion that comes along, I feel like I need a new pair of slipper socks. So that's what I decided to do today, because I've got till next Thursday to get them done. So that's plenty of time. I mean, I can make a pair in one day if I just do it without doing anything else. But since I'm not feeling the greatest, I'm, gonna take my time and get these made. But yeah. So what are you guys working on? Whether it's a crochet project or any other project that you have going on in your life, what are you working on today? We, let's see, we went to Target last night. Big Daddy and I, he come pick me up when he got off work. We went to Target to get our prescriptions, and then we got there, and I had 2 prescriptions ready, and 1 prescription that was they had to order and would be in today, which is Wednesday. And then he had 2 prescriptions ready and one that they had to order, which will be in today. So we still got to go to Target. We did get the 4 prescriptions, 2 apiece, that they had ready for us then. But one of his, he has been out of, and it's been on back order. And so they said it would be in today. I think he was going to call before he left work to find out if they did get it in, so we don't make a trip up there for nothing. Which Target is about it's about, I think it's 9 miles from us. 9 to 10 miles from us. So it's not that bad of a trip, but we don't want to go to town if we don't have to. I'm sure he would much rather come home and relax and not go to town. So let me see. So we don't, you know, he wants to find out, did they get it in or not before we actually go to town. I would have to get ready to go to town. I just hadn't felt like doing anything today. I have this headache. It started off, I woke up with a headache, and then I got up for a little while, stirred around, done some things, and then I laid back down and thought, let me just close my eyes and lay here and rest for a little bit and maybe it'll go away. Well, I did fall asleep and I napped. I napped for a while. Woke up, still have the headache. I've had this dull headache all day. It's just annoying. And I just don't feel like doing anything, okay? You ever have those days where you just are not feeling it? And you just don't accomplish much? I did have some things I needed to do today in the house, house-wise, but I just don't feel like it. Don't feel like it. So I decided to just sit down here and crochet slipper socks for surgery. I think my last slipper socks I made for surgery were Mardi Gras socks. So that was in February. So the last time I went to day surgery. And I made Mardi Gras socks. So all the nurses in the surgery, of course, they know me. In the curtain room, that's where you go to first in our hospital. You go to the curtain room, and that's where you get undressed and put on the wonderful gown and all that kind of stuff. And then the anesthesiologist comes around and talks to you. They start your IV. They do all that kind of stuff, you know. The doctor comes, the surgeon or whoever's doing your surgery comes and talks to you. So I'll be in that room for a while. And so in there, all the nurses, everybody who works in there, they know me. Unfortunately, that's not a place where you really want to be known. But I'm there, you know, I've been through there enough that they know me. One good thing about it is I won't have to get stuck a bunch of times for the IV, because they can put the IV through my chest port now. And I think that's what I was there for last, when I was in there in February. I believe it was to get that put in. So now they'll be able to use that instead of poking me so many times trying to get a vein for an IV. So that's one good thing. These are working up kind of cute. There's some greenish on the bottom, pink, and then the black and white. And my yarn cake is on my Wool Jeanie, so I'm not having to fight with it and do anything special. It's just rolling around and coming off as I need it. Love that Yarn Jeanie. Love it. If you want to know where to get your Yarn Jeanie, yourself one, there is a link in the description box below. But I tell you what, if you, you know, are wanting a Yarn Jeanie, I would definitely tell your loved ones that that's what you want for a special holiday or an event coming up where they might purchase you a gift. Tell them where to get it. Show them, you know, show them my video and tell them there's links in the description box every time so they can order you one for the next time they go to get you a gift. But yeah, it is very, very nice. It just makes crocheting a little bit more pleasant. You don't have to fight with your yarn, unravel, or anything like that. Now, I don't use my Yarn Jeanie for big, huge skeins. I know several people in comments were asking, where's your Yarn Jeanie? But I was using skeins of yarn that was like way huger than this, okay? Those Just Yarns would not fit on this, alright? The Premier Just Yarn skeins that are 875 yards, they're not going to fit on a Yarn Jeanie. But cakes and normal size skeins of yarn will. I do use my Yarn Jeanie on cakes mostly, or yarns that I know that I can pull from the outside. If I have a skein of yarn and I'm pulling from the inside, I'm not going to put it on the Yarn Jeanie because it wouldn't benefit it. So, you know, if you use cakes, or even if you use skeins of yarn that you are going to pull from the outside, or you can pull from the outside, it is worth it. It really is. I do give the Yarn Jeanie a 2 thumbs up, and thankfully I can give 2 thumbs up. So I would definitely put that on your list for you know, that loved ones might want to get you for a present, or just buy yourself a present. You know, I know things are tight sometimes, but we all deserve a little pick-me-up, a little present for ourselves sometimes too. So don't put yourself in a bind, but if you've been good, reward yourself with something. Oh man. But if you haven't been good, I understand. I think this is going to be really cute worked up. So I'll have to come back and show y'all my socks when they're done, or at least one of them or something. Anyway, guys, well, I'm going to go ahead and get off of here, and just wanted to, you know, jump on and say hey, let y'all know that, hey, I'm okay. I'm just struggling with a headache today and not feeling my best, but I'm still doing something, okay? Pushing forward. Crocheting something productive that I'll actually use next week. So the yarn I'm using is Sweet Roll Fruits. This is what I'm crocheting with, and this is in the colorway Dragon Fruit, and so it will look something like that. And I'm using my Wool Jeanie. I'm using a 6mm hook. I'll link a tutorial in the description box below, so if you're interested in making slipper socks. These could be made in cotton. I'm just making these in acrylic because in surgery it is cold. It is cold back there. Ooh. And then the further you go into, you're in the curtain room to begin with, or I am. I'll be in the curtain room to begin with, and then when they come and get me for my turn, when they take you back into the rooms, down the hallway and into the rooms and stuff, the further you get back up in there to surgery, the colder it is. So I'll be glad that I have these acrylic slipper socks on. And then I probably won't wear them again until winter because it's just too hot. But you can make cotton, and you can make these as tall as you want. You can make them knee high, you can make them thigh high. You can just make them whatever you want to make them. You can make them shorty socks. You just need to try them on and make sure you're covering your heel and coming up a little bit. So you can make them to your desire. They don't have to be, you know, the same amount of rows that I make. Alright guys, I'm gone. Bye friends. Remember, it's a beautiful day to crochet, even if you have a headache.